What's going on, YouTube? Back with your boy Shoreman216, and I've been telling a lot of people lately, and I've been getting a lot of questions, far as walleye go. What do you use? What time do you go? Where do you go? And I am from the 216, so I am generally located around Lake Erie. And that is the lake that I go fish for the walleye that I catch. And you have walleye everywhere in different lakes. You can see in their fish species category. But, far as walleye go, Lake Erie, other lakes, different states, is generally the same thing, and it varies through the season. But these fall time walleye, I love to throw crankbaits, and I managed to get this bag here that is a real tree bag that I caught at Walmart on sale for $30 when I got it. I'm not sure how much they are. I haven't went to go check, but it's capable of holding, what's this, 5-6 of my boxes here. Like you got some deep divers here, and I got some reef runners in here and a couple different ones. I got a husky jerk, and that's the Wonder Bread. Got a little flicker shad down in there. I got a few different things. I'm not a big deep diver fan because I don't go out on the boat, and you got to know your terrain to be able to throw them. But like this one here, you can see it don't even got eyeballs no more, so it goes to show I do use them, but I'm letting you know I very rarely use them. That's a blue and a chrome, the old boo-boo. I done did some justice on that, but I rarely use them. I'm sorry. I gotta throw this piece back in here. Okay. But for walleye, you can go out in the daytime and get walleye, but I would suggest being on a boat or maybe fishing for perch and luckily catch one. So when you targeting these fall walleye, you want to be out on that lake right before sunset, because usually it's gonna be packed because people know that the walleye are hitting. And if it's not packed, you're lucky. If your schedule doesn't fit to where you can get it down to the lake at sunset, before sunset, no problem, because the time frame for these fall walleye is sunset to sunrise. So if you can't get out between sunset and sunrise, which in this fall season going off into the winter is usually 6 p.m. and sun's coming back up around 7. So if you can't get out from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m., I'm sorry. You will have to target walleye a different way. So some basics that you would use for these fall time walleye, you can go with your bandits. Like you got the Marvin here. This is a hot color in any type of lure that you get it in. That could do some justice with these. Sorry, trying to get that hook loose. This Marvin here is one hot color that you can get some walleye on. Like that video that I posted of the how to fillet video, I actually got that fish, and I had lost 3 other fish that night on the Marvin, but it was in the Smithwick here. And it is nothing that really varies, same color, has some different glitter to it and everything. You see them teeth marks. I lost 3 fish on this lure last night and landed 1. This is a hot commodity, so if you're a beginner, I would go with like the Marvin and the Smithwick, or the Bandit like I showed you. I would go ahead and get that pink lemonade and that Smithwick, which is usually a hot color year round. Even in the spring, you might be able to cast that night and get you a walleye off of that thing. Your 24 karat, that's a good lure that produces. You can go ahead and get your motion sickness. Excuse me, that wind is drying my throat out, but you can get that motion sickness. I like to, and as you can see through my boxes, I like stripes on walleye lures, especially if it's a good lure, I usually like to find something with some stripes or something in a similar fashion. And I have thrown all these lures and caught fish on all these lures that I have. But just for beginners, I would say get some of these lures. I would get this clown here. As you can see, it still got scales on that thing. I would get a clown. I would say this is that springtime night lure right here, the glass clown. But you don't have to rush and get that one. I would get the regular clown. I would get this, which is the blue and chrome orange belly reef runner. I said reef runner. Husky jerk. Also known as the old school boo-boo. I would get that. I would get you a husky jerk fire tiger to have in your box. That does some justice. As you see, I got a lot of different lures. If it was something specific you want to see, you can comment. I can drop a short on a specific side or a specific set of lures. But I would get, those ones I stated there. If you looking, I would get this bandit here, the carrot top. It's a good producer. But like I said, I got a lot of different lures. You got X-Wraps, which is just a smaller profile, a little shallow, You still get down there compared to the bombers. That's more shallow. I wouldn't rush and get those unless you wanted one or two in your box. Then I would mix it up. Get like the black back chrome body, or the glass clown version of the bomber. I like to keep a jointed one or two. I like to vary far as different lures and everything, because I just been fishing that long that the collection's got this big, and I got a little bit of everything to be able to throw out there and see what they want that night. Because you might have to battle with the bait. Just like last night, we were battling with the bait, so I didn't really get on them how I normally would, but I still managed to land one. If you're a Bandit fan, I would get you a Wonder Bread to have in your box. Either Bandit, I like to have both, but the Smithwick version here is hard to find sometimes. But I do like to have both Smithwick and Bandit Wonder Bread. That good Bandit blue chrome with the orange belly, as you can see, puts in work. You hear me? That's an old-fashioned boo-boo. There's that orange, silver, and blue. That boo-boo. That's why I got that fresh one in there. I still catch them on this one though. Don't get me wrong. I'll still grab this one out of the box on the quick side and throw it. It's just, it didn't put in so much work that's what it's starting to look like, And they still hit it. I would get that. I wouldn't rush to get that. That do produce fish, but I wouldn't say rush and go get it, And then I have some custom lures and stuff like that. So, I wouldn't be able to just point a finger and say, go get this one and this one and this one and this one, because all my lures have produced for me. But these are just some of the different ones. And like I said, I'm battling with the wind, so I hope you hear me. This is a good lure for me. A lot of people don't know about that one. Yeah, but them basic ones that I showed you would be some of the ones that I would say go get, and far as what you throw, the line and everything, I would say, anything like 10-pound test mono. If you go with braid, I would say help you get out there. But in these fall months when it started getting colder, that braid will freeze faster than mono or anything besides but I would say as far as rod and reel, anything from a 6'6" to a 9-foot rod and reel. I'm the kind of guy that'll put any kind of reel on a pole as long as it winds and I could bring a fish in and get some good line on it. Then, you know, I'm all okay with it. But you have people out there that will suggest certain brands and everything, but I say you can catch a fish with line on your hand, man. So that don't really matter to me, but I would say go with 10-pound test mono, nothing heavier than 12. I usually stick with 10 and adjust my drag. Braid is good for when you're in rocky areas. It helps your chances of not getting popped off in case the fish dive down for deeper water. I done had that happen to me a lot where I go replace lures because the fish dove down towards the rocks and rubbed my mono across there and snapped the line, and now you got a lost fish and a lost lure. Sometimes it can break your heart depending on the size of the fish. But yeah, that's what I throw though. I got a 6'6" that's rigged up with braid. I think it's like 12-pound braid. And I got a 9-footer that's lined with 10-pound mono. And it all works great for me. You know, you will run into your problems where you lose lures and everything, like, you know. And this right here is the 2024 fall brawl lure. Just say I thought I'd throw that in there. Looks nice. I haven't caught anything on it yet, but I'm gonna keep throwing it and try and get something on it. But I hope I kind of covered, you know, some of those questions that everybody asks, you know, as far as what do I use, what time do I go, you know, where do I go, anywhere in Lake Erie's shoreline that you can safely get to and safely operate and function and be able to net your fish in and out the water. You know, be careful of raccoons, rats, coyotes, just everything when you out here. But I hope I answered everybody's questions, and I'll get back with y'all. I'll see y'all tonight. We're gonna get back on them. Peace.